This video was sponsored by Enhance, Elbilmek, a better planner, Kempower and bilkomponenter.
Yo, what's up? We're now in garage. It's so cold outside that I keep the garage door closed for now. So today we do the 1000 kilometers with this new Skoda Enyaq Coupé 85X. It has a new front now, looks similar to the Elbilmek. But yes, not much new here. It has slightly better aerodynamics than before. It's still the ABRP 550 motor in the rear. This is all-wheel drive, by the way. But I want to know, I did the test 1 year ago with another Skoda Enyaq Coupé, and back then it overheated. The battery, when we fast charge, would heat up, but when you open the door, the cooling stopped temporarily and then ramped up again. But indications I've seen this year with other MEB cars is that they fixed that. So we need to verify if they fixed that on the Skoda also. Unfortunately, this is not the latest and greatest battery tech from the MEB platform. It's only the 82 kilowatt hour, not the 84 kilowatt hour. And it doesn't charge at 185, it's only 175 kilowatt. So we'll see if there's any improvement at all, other than the slightly better efficiency, okay? So yeah, we have nice interior. I can show in the back. Voila, really nice bright light in the back there. Yeah, glass roof, sexy butt. Yeah, okay, it beeps at me. We have car scanner running now. And if you're wondering, yeah, in the past when I tested some other cars, why didn't I use car scanner? Well, simply because it didn't give me any data, yeah. But at least here in the MEB platform, we get some data here. So you see here, it's supposed to be, when you fully charge it, it's at 99% now. It's going to be around 77 kilowatt hour. I measured 77 point, no wait, how much? No, not 70. We actually get 75, yeah, 75.7 kilowatt hour. There's some losses here, so what you see there is not what you get. But okay, close enough. We're gonna finish soon. Or I finished? I finished? What? Why does it look so weird here? Check here. Yeah, it seems like charging is okay, good. So, here, supposedly, can we make it all the way to Spekkerud, huh? With 27%. Ooh, I want to see that. Okay, a little bit past 10, Saturday night. Let's get ready, and then off we go. We're getting close to Spekkerud now, and the preheating started a couple of minutes ago. So now it's gonna heat up the battery to around 25 degrees Celsius, all good. It was automatically started because I navigated to Ioniq. So yeah, to say, man, the headlights here are really good. I don't know what it's called here, if it's also the IQ lights, just like the ID family. But however, they don't seem to have that awesome auxiliary light like the ID7 has. ID7 was incredibly good, like top notch. Here, I mean, it's still pretty good. You can see a good spread to the sides, and yeah, also does pretty good matrix job. But sometimes I get flashed at in the face. I guess I'll be flashed at even more once I go to the straighter roads around Falkenberg, Varberg. But yeah, so now we have to figure out if we go for Spekkerud or actually go further and deeper. We'll see once we get closer. We are now at Kongalv. I went real deep. We're at 1% left, 875 watt hour left, and the power limit, well, actually the dynamic limit discharging is 554. From what I remember, the battery dies at
around 400 amp left. Oh, but it seems like we're gonna make it to Ionity. Oh, I skipped Spectre, went 20 kilometers extra, so that we can, yeah, go further on the next stop. Oh, let me see. Wait, the charge port is on the right side with the wrong side. Should have been left side with the right side. Okay, we're just gonna park like this. Okay, why not? Whew. Wow. Oh yeah, we're not charging getting. Can you see that number? It's so freaking tiny. Oh well, the screen isn't that big compared to many other cars nowadays. But why did they have to make the font so tiny? Okay, we can see in the car scanner. Wait, why are we getting only 78 kilowatt? Is it because you went deep? The battery should be capable of going faster. You see the optimizer. Wait, we had 140 kilowatt earlier. Why is it so low now? This is strange. I don't know. Is it doing a Chinese car thing where because it went deep, then we can't charge too far? Yeah, see, now it goes up. Maybe I should avoid going down to 1%. I should go to around 5% from now on. Okay, but on the other hand, it gives us benefit going deep. Yeah, that's what he said. And at least it's not too long that it goes slow, right? It started ramping up now. Yeah, so this is kind of strange behavior. You see the optimizer, it keeps going up and up now. Okay, but let me see. I'm not gonna plan my next stop. We go here, zoom out a bit. And then, yeah, so the circle of range here is gonna keep increasing as we charge up now. But let me see, can I make it to Falkenberg? Varberg is there, Falkenberg. See, since we, yeah, there's 400 kilowatt there, okay. Since last year, or 1 year ago, there's been a lot of improvements here. For example, Falkenberg now has, has more faster chargers, also superchargers being improved over there, and more other sites also. So that means that we have, well, even though the car might not have gained any improvements, but the route has been easier. We can nail down the charging stops better, right? Okay, can we go back to the charging now? See, yeah, you see, now we're cooking. Yeah, now we're cooking, getting 158, 160 kilowatt. Yeah. And as usual, not much to do here. At night, just a bunch of Ionity chargers. Great. Yeah, by the way, I have indications that these 350 kilowatt chargers, they have liquid cooled cables. Okay, we know that. But it seems like they have been limited to, or nerfed rather, to 270 kilowatt only. Yeah, I've done my own test shows that. Also, some other people claim that they have been nerfed. I don't know for what reason. Some people say, yeah, but it's because this whole site is overloaded. No, but does it seem like it's overloaded right now? However, some of these Alpitronics, it depends. They claim to be 200 kilowatt. Actually, these doesn't say it, but I received 350 kilowatt here. So they seem to be able to supply up to 400 kilowatt, but it depends on the voltage on the car and also on the site, because some of these are just dry cables, by the way. Some of these have 600 amp boost cables. Some of them don't have it, and then it's only 500 amps. Yeah, so it depends which site it is. Tangen, they have 600 amp boosted, and also Circle K at Dahl, where they also have Ionity, but at least Circle K chargers, they're also 600 amp boosted. So it depends. Okay, now we stay here. It's not the fastest charging car. You have to expect around 20, 25 minutes, maybe 20-minute charging stops. That's roughly the most optimal stops. You see, even though it doesn't have that high peak power, it does have fairly flat curve. So even at 37%, we're taking 166 kilowatt. Not too bad. But now I'm gonna see, eventually the battery temp might hit 51 degrees. And then I will test to see if the compressor, well, AC compressor is not running yet. Well, it's just running only fans, like a boss, man. You see here, I use a ABRP on a premium. It takes into account weather and lots of other conditions. And I chosen Skoda Enyaq Coupé. I'm not sure if this is the exact one we're supposed to use, but okay, close enough, right? And then I navigate to Tesla Falkenberg. That's 118 kilometers away. And a ABRP claims that we need to spend only 34% of the battery? Really? Wait. We have 42 now. Will the car agree that we can make it there with around 5% left or whatever? Really? Dude. Okay, I think it's too early to leave now because we still charge at 150 kilowatt, which is around 90% of the maximum power, right? 85, 90%. We should maybe leave once it drops to around 120 kilowatt. Whoa, the charging speed took a quite deep plummet right now. Yeah, I think it's time to leave. But okay, you see that the AC compressor is at 6,500 RPM and we are at 51 degrees Celsius. So I'm going to test now. If I leave the car, now previously it would be fine if you left the car like this. But if you come back to the car, unlock, and then something would happen here usually. They fixed it. Previously, it would then stop the AC and that would temporarily bring up the battery temp up. I'm gonna test something else. What if I push the brake pedal now? Listen. They fixed it! Yeah! Sehr gut! Let me try something else here. What if I start climate on? Climate is on. They fixed it! AC is still running to cool down the battery. Ah, very nice. The only thing is that I need to get out of here soon. Okay, I stayed at this low speed not too long, but I was going to check here how long I've been charging. Normally, yeah, usually when you charge around 20 minutes is optimal. So I think it's time to leave soon. Well, that was 22-minute charging stop to around 65%. So we're gonna go for what is it again? Melbystrand, quite far away, 177 kilometers away. But look here. So the battery is quite warm, right? 44 to 48 degrees roughly. But the AC compressor is not on. So it's actually scavenging heat. The inlet is lower. It's scavenging heat to save energy. Because it's better to get the heat from the battery rather than trying to use the heat pump from outside temperature and on 9 degrees. But man, it's just running only fan 60% on the battery pump flow. For example, the Korean cars will typically run the AC to quickly cool down the battery for about 10-15 minutes after we fast charge, which means that the consumption right after fast charging is usually quite high. But I mean, why does it need to go like hysterically fast to cool down the battery? Just run only fans like this car is doing, and actually many of the MEB cars, and you save energy and you pump the heat from the battery into the cabin, and then eventually it's gonna cool down anyway, right? Simply amazing technology here. We are now on the concrete surface near Falkenberg, and yeah, we have 21-inch Pirelli Scorpion tires, so maybe not the quietest combo. Let me test the left lane. Yeah, then it's a little bit quieter, but I don't get the impression that they have done anything with the soundproofing here in the new model versus before. So yeah, when I test new cars nowadays, especially Chinese cars, I'm really impressed of how quiet they are. And then here, well, don't change anything if it ain't broken, right? But I don't know about you guys, it sounds a bit loud. Well, I guess if the noise is a problem, you should go for 20-inch if it fits this car. And then maybe get the Pirelli P0 instead with the acoustic foam. They are quieter. We are now at Melbystron. We came at 4%. Let me check here. Optimizer claims 120 kilowatt. Interesting. But seems like we can just keep HVAC running. Normally I would switch it off, but it's actually better to keep it running because then we keep the cabin nice and warm. It's cold outside. Wait, where do we see outside temperature here? We don't. Well, it's 0.5. Well, I can see it here. Okay, the car's gone. It's minus 0.5 degrees Celsius. But I think it's fine to keep the HVAC running until maybe the cooling goes too heavy. We'll see. So yeah, all good. Now we just have to figure out where to stop next. I'm gonna go to the turnout point here, here, and then maybe end up in Varberg. As usual, not much to do here at night. Everything is closed. Melbystron, everything is closed. Yeah. Oh, look at Skoda. Huh? Nice. Huh? What? It seems like this charging session was faster than the previous one. It had a higher speed at 50%. Now it's going kind of slow, but we charged for 22 minutes last time. This time, not even 20 minutes. We're already at 63%. Huh? We're good to go again. We are now at Kungsbacka. We arrived at 9%. Now we're getting 141. Yeah, it will ramp up. At least it's consistent and it starts kind of low-ish and then it goes higher and higher. But man, I think we have one more charging stop. So here we're gonna go 186 kilometers to Strömstad, Ioniq. That'll be the last stop. Are we gonna make it there? Well, according to a better route planner, it should work. We need to charge to, well, we need to spend 52%, so let's say if I go 60 to be sure, right? Then, what is the consumption estimated? 215 watt-hour per kilometer, really? I hope I can trust this. Okay, well, yeah, well, let's go for it then. Last stop. Well, now we just, oh, okay, I have to check outside. But before we leave, I think it's safe to do this. Keep climate on. And then, you know, normally everything is closed here. See, Circle K is closed. There's actually a Max Burger there now. But this McDonald's, I wonder if it's open. Or if it's only open for drive-in. Wait a minute. At 20% standard charge, we should be getting 175 kilowatt. Is this a limitation of the charger? See, we're getting 410. Huh? What? Wait. I wonder if it's the freaking charger. Yeah, these charger, man, they are 300 kilowatt. Dry cables. Maybe this, but it's not hot at all. I mean, it's cold outside, but maybe they throttle to around 400 amps. So we're actually getting slightly slower speed than we should be getting. Well, what else can we go for anyway? There's some recharge over there, I think they are 225 kilowatts still. So these chargers are the best we can go for right now. Well, great news. McDonald's was open. Yes. So I grabbed some food, but not so great news is that the charging session seems to be slower than before. I'm not sure why. See, on the previous stop, actually on the other stops, we are at 100 kilowatt at 56%. And the battery is even not that hot. What, is it a cable? ABC always blame cable? No, you're pulling only 234 amp. The dry cable should be able to withstand 375 amp continuous. So I don't know what's wrong, but if you see here, right now the car claims 1% at arrival. So, okay, I guess we'll charge a couple of more minutes and then we go. But I just have to check now. What the heck is going on? Why is it suddenly charging slower here? Go to here, all right. How long have I been charging? 20 minutes. It's a bit slower than before. What about the charging curve? Huh? Looks like Rocky Mountains. We're now at Strømstad. We consume slightly more than expected. I had to go deep to 2%, and then we take the penalty because now we can take only 100 kilowatt. Oh, but it's going up fast. Wait, why? Why is the limit? Is the voltage low? No. You see, this time we cannot blame the charger because these chargers are 500 amp continuous current, 350 or at least 270 kilowatt, way more than this car can take, right? But then for some reason we're getting 350 amp. It's rising though. Yeah, maybe it's slightly cold gating. Ich weiß nicht. But this is going to be the last stop. All right, so now we go here, and then we go here. I think I saved Remen. Yeah, Remen 1000. There you go. That's gonna be game. 172 kilometers. Okay. I need to consult with the route plan again to see how many percent I need. Yeah, it's kind of far all the way there. But the problem is that further south here, it was actually nice and warm. 8-9 degrees Celsius at the highest. Around here in Norway, it's going to be 0 degrees Celsius. Actually, I think it's -4 degrees over at Jesholm. That means consumption might be higher. However, this Skoda Enyaq Coupé has improved aerodynamics. It's 0.225. It just cuts through the air like Swiss cheese through butter. Oh yeah, now we're cooking. After just 3 minutes, we have reached 162 kilowatt, which is close to the maximum. It seems like around 450 amp is max for this car. I went to the restroom, bought a banana, and then we are now charging at 120. Huh? Look at that! And earlier, when I was at the toilet, I saw that at 45% we're taking 150 kilowatt. Why are we charging so much faster now than at Kongsbakka? Well, that's a big mystery. We are actually at 50 degrees Celsius here, even here. Maybe it was cold gating earlier, or what was going on? I don't actually know, but yeah, we're gonna go for 60%. But the route planner again claims that we're gonna spend 50% of the battery. Wait, let me see. So that means 54 now. We should arrive at 4%, right? What is the car claiming? Car claims that we can't make it there. Wait. Should I trust about the route planner or the car? Let me calculate something, but this is going amazingly fast. Okay, now it starts dropping a little bit, but we're almost good to go now. We have to check how long we've been charging. Wow, look at that. 18 minutes from 2 to 58%. This is one of the fastest charging sessions we had. Seems like if you want to get the fastest speed, you have to go for premium juice from Ioniq. Yeah. Okay, 50%, will that be enough? Ooh. Wait, so 60%. Okay, I bet Ruppland claims 50, so then if I have 10% margin, that should be plenty, right? In case I bet Ruppland miscalculates. This is it, the final run. We are now back in Norway, and the way we count is that this car underreports by 0.5%, so we have to count to 995 kilometers. So that's roughly 170 more to go. And then the time is that you take current time plus 1 hour and 55 minutes. So we are at 8 hours and 35 minutes now. Oh, how fast is this gonna be? Well, we're gonna see. Over here, it is cold though. This instrument clock is tiny, let me see. Let's zoom in here. It's -1 degree Celsius outside. Oh, shit. Let's hope the consumption doesn't go too high, right? So now it's time to hammer it. Well, let's do the countdown. 9991, 9992, 9993, 9994, 9995, 9996, 9997, 9998, 9999, 1000 time 801. That means 9 hours and 55 minutes. And then I check the consumption. It was kind of high because of cold outside. No, not since start. Well, we can also count that. Yeah, 254 watt-hour per kilometer for corrections. Wow. Uh-oh. I had 3% left. Always go deep. 10 kilometers of range left, and I am 6.4 kilometers away from home. Okay, take it easy now. Go slow. Don't want to run out of juice. We have 468 amp limit. It's supposed to die around 411, I think, and we have turtle mode right now. Shit, at 2%. The battery is cold. It's not that cold. 16 to 21. Huh? Oh shit! Don't die now. It's -2.5 degrees outside. Come on. 3.7 kilometers left. Okay, maybe I should lower the temperature a little bit. What is the cabin temperature? 27 degrees Celsius. I'm sweating now. Oh shit! I think it's supposed to die at 411 amp limit. Oh, but we are home. Yippee-ki-yay!
Yippee-ki-yay!
Oh shit, that was close, man. So 9:55 was actually 5 minutes slower than the previous result 1 year ago, but then it was 11 to 17 degrees Celsius outside. So, big difference there. And you see that the consumption today was higher, naturally, because it was colder. But I can't really tell if the efficiency has improved or not. But it seems like the charging speed has not improved, except for that, okay, the compressor doesn't turn off now when we open the door, right? So at least that's a small improvement. But you saw that there was a weird charging session at Kungsbakka. Maybe we lost a couple of minutes there, so we could have rounded down to 950. I'm not sure. But that could maybe be, but we had no deduction today, So maybe there's a slight improvement in efficiency. So if we actually had 11 to 17 degrees Celsius a day, then we could have been 5 minutes faster. But there's not that much to gain. You kind of need to get a slightly bigger battery and then faster charging to gain more time there. But overall, it's a nice car, yeah. I've been sitting here a lot now, a long time. I'm not butt hurt yet, so it's comfy. Maybe not the quietest car. Maybe just get some 20-inch Pirelli P0 if you care about the noise level here. But overall, an okay car, but I feel like there are so many other better alternatives now. When this car came out 2-3 years ago, it was quite great, but ever since then it hasn't improved that much. So I've got a mixed feeling about this. Yeah, but overall it's still good, but I would consider if you want something from MB, I would get the Volkswagen ID.7 instead. That is a lot better car, but bigger screen, better battery, faster charging, better efficiency, and still plenty of space and also great comfort. Or some of the Chinese cars, or maybe get a Tesla. But that's going to be for now. Hope you guys enjoy this video. As always, thank you for watching and talk to you later.